deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers, don't care what other people say. We live it like this could be our final day.
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to my car at 6 a.m. This morning, I'm on Thursday. I thought it's just the weekly vlog, just catch up, see what we're up to. We're on Thursday at the moment, and this morning I am going to go and work from the yard. So as we know, I have hooked up Wi-Fi. I can do my job from there because Pod needs some shoes on. So you'll have noticed from the last vlog, she's very footy. She's not coping very well with the stones, and she came back barefoot. So I need the farrier to come out to have a look at her. He's coming out today, so I'm going to work from the yard. He's not coming out till 1. So I thought I'd take you along for the next couple of days, give you an update on what the girls are up to. Heads up, I left them out last night because I've had a bit of a problem with P in that she has been, one occasion, she's been very excitable when she sees me come to the yard, wants to come in, runs around the field, will not settle until I fetch her in, and then she's been absolutely fine. So I'm trying to figure out at the minute what that is, what that behaviour is. I'm wondering if we thought it was food related, but that doesn't seem to be the issue. I'm wondering if it's weather related, so I don't know whether you can hear, but I left them out last night because the weather, also, heads up, we're British, we're obsessed with talking about the weather. We're shocked every time it rains. I don't know why, but we're all like, oh my God, it's raining again. It always rains in the UK. But I left them out last night because the forecast was amazing. It said 20 degrees, like the lowest it was going to get to was 14. And I thought, doing good to just, have a night out with the bellies. Horses should be out. Anyway, I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning and it's pissing it down and it's horrible. So I feel like they're going to be fuming when I go and fetch them in. So let's see, actually, if Pod or if P is a little bit antsy this morning, and it might be weather related. Who knows? It might just be her. Some people have sent me a message on it. If you follow me on Instagram, you know this issue I've got. Some people have said to me, maybe it's just her and just the quirks she had. Anyway, let's go and find them. First off, I've got to call it the cash machine because farrier deals in readies. Let's go and see if they are fuming that they have been left out in the weather. And then we're going to do some... Look, I'll explain when we get there. Come along. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so sorry, girls. Was it horrid? Do you want to come in? I go get you. Ponies rescued. Oh, they're not outdoor girls. Like, they like their home comforts. Oh, sorry, moles, having a bit of a pee. Right, girls rescued. We're gonna have some breakfast. I'm gonna poo pick. We're waiting for the farrier, and I'm gonna hook the car up because I want to do some trailer practice with Pod. We'll try Moles, but Moles is not amazing, is she? Molly doesn't necessarily need to be going anywhere. However, it's always good, like, to have that trailer practice in there forever if they need to go to the vets or whatever, isn't it? So that's the plan for today. And hopefully, once Pod's got some shoes on, we might pop her for a little bit of a hack around the lanes and see how she feels. I might long line first. Should we long line first? Your sister needs long lining today anyway. Shocker. Molly needs her usual... Hello, gorgeous. Molly needs her usual long line. Right, let me feed these rat thinks and set up my office, do a bit of work. And we might let them dry off. A bit of grooming, a bit of trailer training. That's today. Welcome to Days in My Life. Cherry, by the way, doesn't even want to come in. I have picked the fields. Picked the fields. Chezza's absolutely fine. The girls are in. They're having a bit of a snooze, actually. Molly, we might not interrupt her, but she's having a bit of a zed in. I don't know if I mentioned in my last bit, but I've hooked the car up to do a bit of trailer training. always hook your car up, people, when you're doing trailer training, to keep it level and avoid accidents. Workstation is set up, and I'm also just going to change bridles around because P at the minute, I'm all for one. There's also birds nesting in my tack room at the minute, and they are all over on my tack, so they need a clean. Everything needs a clean. Massive fan of the Velocity bridle by Shire's, good value and a great bridle. This is Molly's bridle, this is P's current bridle, and I'm going to switch the bits around. So I'm going to try the Expert Bit Egg Butt Comfy Barrel on P. Currently she's got like this cheap trust kind of thing. I'm not sure it's the right one. Not that I've worked in it, to be honest. I'm sat here going, I don't think it's the right bit. She's literally walked 2 yards back. However, Molly really likes this bit, and I know it's good for low pallets and things like that and thoroughbreds, so I'm going to try in that. However, Scruffy needs a wash, so I'm going to do a bit of tack cleaning and zhuzh that up, and then I'm going to do some trailer training, but I'm waiting for people to leave because no one likes an audience, especially with thoroughbreds. Bridles sorted, also people are leaving, which is useful. Sentimental, this is Reg's bridle. I know some people kind of like hang the bridles up and don't, when they've lost a horse, they don't necessarily use them again. However, I don't have that luxury, I'm not loaded. So it's a very nice bridle. I'm sure P will channel her inner Reg. Very different horses, them two. Very different. Right, I'm going to give 5 minutes for people to vacate, and then we're going to have a look at trailer training. And the reason I want to kind of get, well, it's always good practice to get them to go into a trailer, but with P in particular, it's already been noted that I need help with P. I need to go for lessons. I've had some fabulous offers of lessons as well, so watch this space. That's the plan. After we've packed her out for a bit, got shoes on her, she will be going for some lessons, and it's going to be very exciting. Safety first, kids. We have Peanut P up first, and I like to do this with positive reinforcement. I'm not asking for advice, this is the way I do it. If I've got any issues, I'll seek help, but I really like to just work it on. If you move forward, you get a treat. Now, both my girls have been in, I don't know if they've been in trailers. Molly's been in a trailer. I don't know whether P has. She's definitely been in horse boxes. She's probably been in big horse boxes. So this is a bit of an ask for any horse to say that we want to get a flight animal into a confined space when their means of safety is to run away. So I've got my hat on because what I don't want to do is race forward. However, I have found in the past that by leaving the front ramp open, it gives them more of a sense of space, and therefore they don't feel so confined. So here she gets a treat because she moves her feet forward, and it appears P is incredibly clever, and she realises pretty fast that the reward is, what I want from her is to go forward into the box. So here she's just checking it out. She checks her surroundings. She's a little bit more self-assured at this point than Molly is, and she's moved her leg forward again, so she gets the treat. And we literally, that's all I literally do to kind of get her in. And like I say, if we've got any problems that I come up with, then I'll tackle it at that point. But she's not got any training aids or anything on her. She's literally just got a head collar and lead rope, and I'm asking her to move forward. When she moves forward, she gets a treat. It's worked in the past with a lot of my horses, and I'm hoping, well, it does, you'll see in a minute, it does work with P. Molly, that we'll go on to, is a little bit of a tricky situation at the moment, and I think it's because of Molly's experiences in the past. So there is a gap in that video where P just stood on the ramp for a bit, and I allowed her to take that time. Then she decides, actually, it might be all right this if I move forward. I don't want her to race forward, so I'm halting her at every opportunity and just walking her through. And she was super well behaved, really chilled in the end, and she got a good treat for it. So what do we do now? We rinse and repeat, my favourite word. So I'm going to do it another twice. If I can get her going through quite confidently 3 times, I'm happy with that for a first session. And I'm hoping that this time when I approach her to the ramp, she's a little bit more confident. She understands what I want. She's been through the space before, and she works a lot faster in trying to get up the ramp. She's still a little bit cautious. She's still waiting for the instruction to go forward. She's still trying to work out, thanks P, she's still trying to work out her safety boundaries, but she does get there. This is now 3rd time lucky, so a bit more quicker up the ramp. The trailer did start to rock a little bit. It is attached to the car, so I wanted to just stop on the trailer and just eat a little bit. So we're not just now going on off. Now we're going on, wait for a little bit, make sure you're all right, because you're going to have to be tied up shortly within this space. We're going to give you some nice treats, a bit of feed. She's got a bit of chaff now that she's eating, and P is very food orientated. She loves her snap. And then we're just going to walk off calmly, and here she just kind of goes, oh, I can stand here and have a bit of a nosy. I just say, you're going to get off, mate. Very comfortable, very confident. 10 out of 10 pod, super happy. And I'll repeat this. Molly's turn, and she's a little bit more of a complex character. Molly has been in and out of this trailer a couple of times. Now, the only issues we've got with Molly is that she's had a lot of vet visits. So for Molly, she's been kind of like chucked on the trailer within an emergency situation. We went to the beach, which was really good getting there, but she was terrible to get back. She didn't want to go home, so we had to chuck her on again. So I think for Molly, she's just got a bit of aversion now with the trailer, thinking, oh, this is stressful, this is a stressy environment. My worry, as you can see here with Molly, she has very little self-preservation at times, and bearing in mind we've just going through rehab when she went over herself, I don't want to do that again. So I literally don't want to push it with Molly, and I think I try a little bit more, and then I decide, no, it's not for us. And the main thing I ended up with is that she just ate from the ramp. Beeps. Mixed bag with the trailer training. P was very good. P's quite a smart cookie though, so P realises, oh, okay, I know what you want me to do. Molly, bless her, is going to take a lot more time. Molly, I think, is terrified of that trailer now, and for the last couple of times we took her out, she was chucked on it because of the vets. She went to a field farm where she was really good and she got on it, and then she didn't want to leave her mates, and we had to physically chuck her on again. So that's kind of leaving a lasting impression, I think, on moles. So what I'm going to do with her, so I've done a voiceover, but for Molly, it's just getting her near the trailer, which might sound a bit ridiculous. People agree with it, disagree with it. I don't really care. This is how I want my horses to just be happy. And I know horses can be stubborn, and the old adage, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. But I believe we can crack it with Molly. I believe if I take my time, I did it last time, and it took a load of just patience. Molly has come onto this earth to teach me patience. P's a bit more smarter, which is nice. Anyway, P's the more important one, isn't she? She needs to go out soon. So I want her to, I don't want to get into the same situation with P that I am with Molly. Like, I want her to have good outings. So anyway, I'm going to drink my lemonade and wait for the farrier now. Mixed bag, mixed bag. The look is getting worse. Farrier done. P so much more happier. She's had a full set on, and Charlie said her feet were actually all right. We've got a bit of work to do to get them back to where they were probably like 6 months ago when she went. But on the whole, happy. And she just walked down to the field like, oh, so much more enjoyable again. So that is today done. I'm now going home. I didn't end up doing anything with them today, apart from the loading training and having the shoes done, because time ran away and I have to work. So nothing else done. I shall meet you back when, hopefully, we take P for her first hack and try them new shoes out. Right. Peace out, peeps. I don't know when. Maybe the weekend? We're on Thursday now. Might catch you. Might see you at the weekend. Back in my car again. Don't you just love the vlogs from the car? Right, it is now Saturday. You've not missed much. Did some more trailer training, long lined, took Pod around the yard long lining. But today I'm going to take P on her first hack out since she's been back. So thought I'd finish this vlog with whatever happens today. It's Saturday today, I might have said that. This is just for Jess. It's a dry pancake for breakfast. Dry pancake. Right, let's go and find the girls. Good morning, cherubs. You coming in, Pod? Tony's in. So I probably said, but they're changing their routine. So they go out at night, in during the day, and change camera angles because you've got a mare that wants her. She knows what she wants. She wants her breakfast. So yeah, they go out during the night and in during the day, and it's just helping Pod. Pod was a bit unsettled when she first came back. Anyway, before we go hacking, I just thought I'd give you a little quick update on Moles. Moles is doing really good. She is at the minute. She's only got front shoes on, and that was because when she had her shoes done last time, she was still post-injury, and she was struggling to hold her feet up, basically. She's absolutely loads better now. However, she's now struggling with the ground because she has typical thoroughbred feet, as does Pod, and it's really gravelly here and they really feel it. So for Moles at the minute, until I can get her some black shoes on, which will probably be next week now, she is doing some handwork in the school and just stretches. So I've been speaking to the physio, and what we're going to do is just set up some walk poles for her in the school and just get her started on them. So that'll be the plan for next week. We might put you more in next week, Moles, eh? But we're impressed. She's cut her face, by the way. It's Molly. This way again. We survived! Oh, I forgot how cool this mare is to ride. Excuse the big gubbins. I do like simple tack. I popped a martingale on because I know she can be a bit head in the air without hacking, and the breastplate's on because the saddle slips back. She's a typical pain in the butt to saddle fit. Hopefully when she's built a bit more top line up, that will cease to be a problem. But you were super cool. Were you super cool? So good to have you back, Pod. And we had a walk, trot and canter. We had a bit of a standoff. She's sharp, don't get me wrong. So we had a bit of a standoff, hang on, with a new shed that's been put up. But on the whole, Oh, you're so good. I have lost an overreach boot there that I'm going to have to go and... When she was prancing with the shed, we lost the overreach boot. Didn't we? You goose. But we didn't... So before, with Pod, I used to have a bit of a rearing problem. There was nothing of that at all. It was just, I'm just a bit unsure, Mum, which I don't mind. Right, so on that fabulous note, I'm going to repeat that now over the next days. We're just going to hack for the next couple of weeks. On that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you next week for an update. Pod, are you going to sign out? Oh, it's lovely to have her back. Bye.